The seer born in a poor family. Have you ever heard the cry of a cock at midnight when it is not yet dawn? Have you seen smoke rise from a roof before fire is born? The elders say, when a child of vision speaks, the blind must listen, or perish in darkness. But the people of Umuoka did not listen. And so, the blood that could have been avoided, flowed like a river. Long ago, in the ancient land of Umuoka, where mist crowned the hills and rivers spoke to the palm trees, there lived a man named Obi. Obi was poor. Not the kind of poor that still had a goat hidden behind the hut, or a barn with yam secretly stored. No. His was the poverty that left bones sharp against the skin, and cooking pots empty no matter how hard he worked. He was a farmer, yet the soil mocked him. His yams came out small like lizards' tails, his cassava dried before growing, and even the 2 goats in his compound refused to give birth. His pregnant wife, Uju, carried sorrow like a baby on her back, sorrow she could not drop. She was a good woman, hardworking and kind, but tears often wet her pillow. The villagers whispered behind their backs. What good can come from Obi's hut? The gods have closed their ears against him. Their words were bitter, yet no one defended Obi. But one moonless night, the gods answered in a way that no one expected. Uju went into labor. The night was heavy, the stars hidden, the crickets silent. Even the wind refused to move. The old midwife, Mama Yuemi, arrived with her wrinkled hands and a calabash of herbs. Push, my daughter, she urged. Uju screamed, her cry tearing the silence like lightning. And then, strange things began. The oil lamp flickered though there was no wind. The mud walls shook as though unseen footsteps echoed the hut. The smell of rain filled the air, though the sky was clear. Uju pushed once more, and the child slipped into the world. But, the child did not cry. Instead, the baby opened his eyes. Eyes that glowed like burning coals. Eyes that looked too old for a newborn. Eyes that pierced through Mama Yuemi's soul. The midwife dropped the child in shock. A child with the eyes of the gods, she cried. An abomination. Obi trembled. Uju wept. Villagers rushed in with torches, and what they saw froze their blood. The baby lay silent, eyes wide open, staring at each person who entered. Whispers filled the room. Abomination. No, this is a child of destiny. He will bring death to us all. Some spat on the ground. Some crossed their arms. A few knelt in prayer. Then suddenly, the baby cried. But it was not an ordinary cry. It was the cry of 1,000 voices, echoing like a drum of war. The villagers ran out screaming. An abomination has entered Umuoka. Obi sat in silence, his head bowed. Uju clutched her child tightly. He is ours, she whispered. Whatever he is ours. On the 8th day, Obi raised the child before the villagers. His name is Chijioke, for though we are weak, God gives. But the villagers laughed. Chijioke. Strength. We shall see. In corners, they gave him another name. The child whose eyes chased the unseen. From the day of his birth, Umuoka never saw him as ordinary. At 3, while other children played with clay, Chijioke sat alone staring into trees. One day, he pointed at the sky and said, "The birds will scatter. The wind will roar. The palm tree will fall." The children laughed. But moments later, a storm rose, birds scattered, and a tall palm tree fell with a crack. The children ran away screaming. At 5, he spoke strange tongues in his sleep. His mother would wake him trembling. "My son, sleep. Do not let spirits use your tongue." But Chijioke would only whisper, "Mother, the spirits never sleep." Uju wept. Obi walked the village in shame. One season, raiders attacked Umuoka. Days before it happened, Chijioke warned. "Blood will flow. Hide yourselves." The villagers laughed. But when raiders came, the land drank blood. Though his vision was true, the people whispered. It was his tongue that called the raiders. He is not a child. He is a spirit in a child's body. Fear grew into envy. One morning, the son of Okafor, a wealthy man, fell sick. The boy whispered only one name. Chijioke. At once, the village gathered. It is Chijioke who bewitched him. They stormed Obi's hut with stones and machetes. Uju shielded her son with her body, crying. He is just a child. But Obi was dragged out and beaten. Confess your son is an evil spirit, they shouted. Blood dripped from Obi's mouth as he shook his head. No. He is my son. Only my son. The mob lit torches. Bring out the cursed boy. Let his blood wash the land. Inside the hut, Chijioke trembled. Mother, is this my end? No, my son, Uju wept. The gods cannot be so cruel. The door shook. Death was at the threshold. Then, a voice thundered. Stop. It was Elder Yuemi, the oldest man in Umuaka. His back was bent, but his voice was iron. This boy is not for you to kill. Do you not remember the prophecy? A child born in poverty, with eyes of fire, shall save the land. Have you gone blind with fear? The mob hesitated. Some dropped stones, others spat in anger. But slowly, they dispersed. That night, Elder Yuemi sat before Chijioke. My son, the gift you carry is fire. Fire can warm, or it can burn. The people do not yet understand. Watch more than you speak. Your time will come. Exile. But the whispers did not stop. Children shouted. Curse. Women hissed. The elders gathered and agreed. We cannot kill him. But we cannot keep him. He must go. So Chijioke was driven into exile. Uju wept until her eyes swelled. Obi walked like a broken man. Alone in the forest, Chijioke slept with only spirits for company. One dawn, a white dove perched on his staff and spoke with a human voice. Child of vision, your people are dying. The time has come. Chijioke rose. His exile was over. His destiny was calling. The return. He walked into Umuaka like a shadow carrying light. Children screamed, women whispered, men spat. It is him. The cursed boy has returned. But Elder Yuemi stepped forward. Do not be fools. He is no curse. He is the one the gods preserved. Chijioke raised his staff. I did not come for vengeance. I came because your cries reached the spirits. You are in danger. Only truth can save you. At that moment, the horn of the raiders sounded in the distance. Drums thundered. Machetes gleamed. The people screamed. Chijioke's eyes burned. His voice deepened with the river woman's spirit. Stand by the river. Hide in the caves. Do not fight with strength but with silence. The raiders will be consumed. That night, the villagers obeyed. The raiders entered empty streets. But torches died, shadows moved without bodies, and the raiders struck at air until they struck each other. By dawn, half were dead. The rest fled in terror. The villagers emerged safe. His word saved us. They cried. He is chosen. The true vision. But Chijioke's eyes burned again. He saw not only raiders, but a greater storm, chains, slavery, kingdoms falling. The storm is not finished, he whispered. Umuaka must rise, not just survive. Our curse is not my gift, our curse is blindness. His words struck their hearts. Even his enemies bowed their heads. They followed him. They listened. They prospered. Farms flourished, children laughed, songs filled the air. At last, a great feast was called. Goats were roasted, palm wine flowed. Elder Uemi raised his voice. Let it be known. The boy born in poverty, the one we called cursed, has saved us all. From today, he is our seer, our light, our blessing. The crowd roared in joy. Uju wept with pride as she danced around her son. Obi's chest swelled like a calabash of wine. The seer, once cast out, was now the hope of his people. Sparkle's moral of the story. The gift you carry may not be understood. But destiny is never about comfort, it is about purpose. What men reject, the gods preserve.